Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. It's probably towards the late evening, and really appreciate you all being with us here. My name is Nikita Shashidhar, and I'm one of the leaders on the product management side on the assurance team here at Cisco. First of all, and I know you all have heard this from many people, but I'm very excited to be presenting in this room today. And I'm sure everyone probably starts off, but I'm really excited. The reason is I think the last time I presented to all of y'all was at TFT, during pandemic. Sorry, this was like in the virtual session. So we couldn't be in the same room, but just having to be in the same room, I think just like makes a lot of difference. So really excited, and hopefully I can continue the excitement with our topic today, which is beyond visibility, the age of intelligent assurance. Now, y'all must be wondering why beyond visibility, Nikita, because I know there's a lot of rumors out there that we just do visibility and not beyond that. But I do want to kind of like put that to rest and be like, we are baking in a lot of intelligence into the platform. We are doing more than just visibility. We want to be able to do actionable insights, and we are bringing, like I said, intelligence into the platform as well. So hopefully I can, convince you all today that we are not just doing visibility, but we're not just stopping there. We're doing visibility and more. So with that, like, I want to kind of like set the stage with the vision, right? Like the vision for Cisco is to bring or unify experiences together. Now we have our Catalyst, we have our Meraki, and we have ThousandEyes, right? There are like all great assurance products that have like really great capabilities and feature sets. Now, what we want to do is we want to unify these experiences together, and we want to make sure that we build more smarter assurance capabilities that are end to end, because each of them have like their own strengths, and we want to bring them together and make sure that like there is one cohesive story for our Cisco customers. So no matter where you're connecting, either at home, branch, remote, anywhere, your capability for the IT admin or the network administrator to troubleshoot a network should look and feel the same. So that's where we want to get to, no matter what kind of Cisco capabilities you're using. So that's our vision.
There's some pretty vast differences in your platforms today, and especially around this sort of data.
Right.
You said you're trying to bring it all together in one. Does one win out? Does like assurance today in the Meraki dashboard look like what it does in Catalyst Center? Like which one wins? Because they're very, very different products right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually say like there is a clear winner, but what I can tell is it depends really upon the person or like the organization and what they're looking for. We have customers who really like going deep and like the complexity, really like technical language on the dashboard, whereas some customers like the simplicity of the dashboard. But at least hearing from Cisco Live and a lot of customers, they want it to be more simpler, right? Like we're moving into the age of intelligence where it's going to just simplify a lot of the complexity. So I think it really is, depends on customer to customer. But I think what we want to do as Cisco is like we want to make sure that simplicity is at the core of network assurance. So we want to bring a lot of like, capabilities in the most, or give our customers capabilities in the most simplest form. So there is like a lot of like the Meraki flows that you're seeing is what you will probably see that kind of lead that experience. But there's strengths within each portfolio, which is like the path visualization that you see on ThousandEyes is really popular as well. So we're picking segments that are really popular across the platform and making sure that our customers get the best of, that's there within the Cisco portfolio.
And that's going to be a unified assurance score regardless of the platform, or like.
Correct. So we're not there yet, but we are going to get to a place where there is, a same score no matter which platform you're using.
Okay.
Yeah. So it has to be like when you're using hybrid, when you cross, like you go into like another interface, the score should remain the same. But if you're just using one platform, you should still be able to get the same score as well. So that's where we are like heading towards.
Great, thank you.
So while that's the vision, we want to be able to make sure that there are like milestones that we set in order to get to the assurance story, right? This is not net new. Y'all have heard this over and over again. Now, what we want to do is like with like baseline and detecting, we have certain like ways that we have like understood what thresholds are across the network. We want to be able to like, I'll be talking more about it as well. So just quickly going over this, we want to baseline and detect, we want to localize and diagnose what the problem is. And when we say localize and diagnose, what I mean is bringing contextual information to the particular client that you're trying to troubleshoot, to the particular device that you're trying to troubleshoot, to the particular network you're trying to troubleshoot, or the organization. It really depends on the context that you're trying to really look at, and we want to be able to localize and diagnose the problem. Then soon mitigate and remediate. What we've done here is we've built platforms and frameworks that no matter what kind of issues that you run into or issues that you run into, maybe one or many, this framework will be able to kind of put these data together with intelligence and tell you exactly what you need to do in order to remediate it. I'll again talk about this as well. And obviously predict and optimize. With more data, with the intelligence, we can only get better predictions. And that is where we want to be at the end state. So this is, the next one is a quick glance into some of the capabilities and features that we have in each of these stages. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. There is a lot of capabilities, and probably I will need more time and probably 2 or 3 more slides talking about it as well. But I have curated this because I want to keep our conversation here more meaningful and more targeted. So I've curated this list, but what I really want to show is that we have investments in each of these stages, right? I started off by saying it is not just visibility. And this is where I want to show that we are not just looking at the first 2 stages. We have made a lot of improvements across these different stages. And there's more to come, but again, it's a very short list for us to kind of have this conversation.
Previously, your story included hardware sensors.
Yes.
Which are no longer on the slide. Is there something that we expect to be filling that gap at some point?
Yes, we are definitely working towards it, and probably, I cannot speak much to it, but yes, that is something that we're looking into, and hopefully we'll be able to talk about it soon as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but in the terms of sensor, to answer your question, we have synthetic testing, and you can see there's an asterisk there because obviously there's more to come. We have the ThousandEyes capability, which is our sensor capability within the Cisco portfolio, and that's there on our WAN devices or our secure WAN devices right now. So we want to bring that more into our switching and our wireless as well, which we're working in. So yeah, some of the things that I've highlighted in the orange boxes are the ones that I will be going deep into. The reason why I chose them is because we announced this at Cisco Live this year, or just today, this morning at the keynote. And this was a part of the keynote announcements as well. So I do want to kind of dive deep into it and show you what are some of the capabilities and why we did what we did. But hopefully this kind of shows you that we're not stuck with just visibility. And hopefully I've put those rumors to rest right now. And we've done a lot of things which kind of gets into the predict and optimize state as well. So what I want to be doing is a little dance between a slideshow and a demo. So to kind of give you, a one-to-one comparison of what I'm talking versus what the, the feature set looks like on the dashboard. So the first one is org-wide assurance visibility. Now, why is this important? We have a lot of customers that have large networks, right? They do want a quick analysis of what the health of the network looks like. We have constantly had customers saying hey, at least if you don't have this visibility on dashboard, and if you cannot build it for us, give us the APIs. But now this is available for them. So no matter you have 100 networks or 1,000 networks, this will quickly be able to tell you exactly what is the criticality of the networks and what are the networks you need to look at it right now. And all of this is based on the score formula, which I'll be talking about as well. So that's kind of a way for us to determine which networks are poor, which networks are good, and how can we really get the user's perspective to troubleshoot the criticality of the network right away.
Has this gone GA yet, or is it still considered beta?
So this has gone GA as of yes, right now. So we are slowly rolling out. So we probably won't have it for all our customers, but it is GA.
People are getting it.
People are getting it slowly. Yes. So let me quickly show you what that looks like with the demo. So right now you can see that this is our corp network. You can see that there is a WAN appliance that is having a problem, but it tells you quickly the device status, right? And this brings into perspective the devices across all your networks. We have 7 by 84 that are probably having an issue right now, out of which 2 of them are poor, 5 of them are fair, right? So it kind of tells you okay, I do have some networks that are having a problem. And then if you scroll down even further, it tells you like, what are the health scores, right? I'll talk about the scores as well, but the health scores kind of tell you there's 46 points. And the reason being this network device has 10 points. Now, network device kind of like, one thing I'll be going deeper to is like, we've divided the score or divided the performance across the network by clients, network devices, infrastructure, and applications. These are the core components of your assurance end-to-end. So now that you can see that this network device is having a problem, this is the network that probably has the WAN appliance that is down. So really contextualizing and bringing these information together where you don't have to like look at different pages is really helpful to understand that, what is the health of your network as soon as you land on this page. So
what kind of application data are you going to be tempering this score with? Is like Salesforce application or internal applications? Can I write my own custom defined or?
Yeah, good question. So these application scores are coming from ThousandEyes.
Gee, okay.
From
Gotcha.
ThousandEyes, yes. So these are all.
So you're hooking into the ThousandEyes dashboard, or you're using that integration?
Yes,
Right.
yes, and I will show that as well during our demo. So we are hooking that up. So that ThousandEyes, obviously, the reason being like we have the synthetic capability on our WAN appliances, but when we bring this into our, the access layer, the scores will get even better. So that is what we aim to do. So this is like a quick understanding of like how, this is a NOC view. So customers can put this up, have a NOC view, and kind of like, get an understanding quickly across like the health of different networks. So the other thing, obviously, like, going back to like, say if I want to look at like San Francisco, right? So you can really look at the San Francisco network over here. So once you expand this, it tells you like quickly, like, what is the trend of that particular network and how many clients are impacted? What are the applications impacted? The network devices. But if you go into this, and this is where, to answer your question, we have like clients, network devices, infrastructure, connectivity, and applications. So this entire section is powered by ThousandEyes. And here, what I want to draw your attention to is like a couple of things. One is the score that we have, like I said, we are improving over a period of time. We have this feedback loop as well. So we're not only like, taking industry standards, but we're taking, the client's perspective of like, does this score make sense to you? Like, are we giving you the right estimation of how your health of your network is? And the other thing, more importantly, is the metrics that we are looking. So every score is determined by the metrics and the amount of clients that are connected to that particular network. So over here for wireless, we have association, authentication, and IP address. For wired, we have authentication, IP address, and port failures. And again, unlike the other sections where network devices, say for access points, we have AP reboot and low power mode. For WAN appliance, we have device utilization. So these are metrics that our customers have been asking, but now we are embedding that in a very contextual way of like, okay, if you want raw metrics, that's also available. But if you want it in a way that how it's affecting your health of your network, we're bringing that into we're bringing that into the picture as well. So very quickly, to answer your question, if you have Office 365, which is, this information is being populated by ThousandEyes, we tell you like what the loss and latency is over the internet, and we tell you there's a packet loss. So clicking on this packet loss, you can say investigate into ThousandEyes, and it directly launches into ThousandEyes as well. So that's kind of like the interplay between the two interfaces. And we're trying to bring that data in and bring that uniformity across the platform experiences. So this is like where you start with the org and you drill down to the network. Now that we've, again, before I move into the next feature, the score calculation over here, and again, this is just going to get better over time, is we are doing proportional weighted average. That means we are looking at the metrics. We're also looking at the number of clients that are connected, number of wireless clients connected to the base of the total number of clients that are connected as well. So this keeps changing, right? So the score also keeps changing dynamically. So you might sometimes have more wireless client than wired or remote. And then if that changes, the score also changes. So we're not looking at it a very like an average perspective. We're looking at it in a very proportional perspective that keeps changing over like, the environment of the network.
So if you'll only have one VPN client, it's not going to tank your network score when its performance goes to hell.
No, because it's very proportional to like the number of clients that you have. So we actually, that's one of the reasons where we're like, proportionality makes more sense. But like we are improving again, we're changing, we're seeing what gets us closer to the accuracy depending upon the feedback coming in. So now that we've spoken about like, top down, so this is like, hey, give me a view of org-wide. Give me a view of like the health of all the, networks on the org side. Now let's look at from the other way, like bottoms up, right? You have one client. For example, when you have like 15,000 clients or like, more number of clients, you have, say, an executive meeting that is happening and you want to make sure that these certain number of clients are having a good performance, right? Or one of the presenter is having an issue with WebEx. How do you really troubleshoot that? So one of the things that you prior had to do is like really understand where the client is, which access point is connected, go to the access point page, go to the switch page, get all that information. And you don't have to do any of that. We really bring all of this information in a very contextual manner, which not only tells you like how the client is connected, but also tells you where it's connected, what is the path that it's taking in the traffic for it to get out to the internet, and what is the issue, and how can you resolve it. So it kind of answers everything in one single page. So again, you can do this in real time, and you can do this historically as well. So in real time, you'll know like how the client is connected, but say like yesterday, you want to know what the client path was. Was it different? Was it connected to another access point compared to like this access point? I just had a customer who said like, I was moving from one floor to another and I was getting, complaint that, one floor works well, but the other floor wasn't. And obviously the floor had different access points. So it was hard for them to even say like which access point had a problem. But this was something that was exciting for them because it would kind of like pinpoint them to the right data, the right information. So
are these different workflows? You have one that's like network score, and then you sort of dive down and find the problems, and one is I'm helping Bob try to fix a problem. Are these
correct
workflows, or are they the same?
They are the same. So in this example, if you say like, you have like, let's go into this workflow, right? Where you had like the client over here that had a problem. So say we were in San Francisco and data center, and then there's no client issues here, unfortunately. So we can probably,
Oh, darn.
yeah, San Francisco. Yeah, there you go. So we have like 212 clients. So with it, their clients are impacted. So clicking on this will take you directly into the client visibility. So if you click,
give you the path and all of the other
stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that will show you exactly like what the path is, and which again, actually, let me show you that right now. So like over here, so say if this is like the front register had the problem, so you go into, so clicking on that will get you into this, which will probably tell you like the entire client connectivity, right? So it tells you like this front register has been constantly running into problems. So it tells you like over a period of last day, it's running into problems. And more importantly, it tells you at this current state, it is front register is connected to this AP, to this switch, to that MX. Now, if you go back in time, this will change. So if it's connected to many switches, many access points, we'll be able to bring that as well. So historically, you will be able to like kind of bring that into perspective too. And
sorry, as we're looking at this, it looks like that this particular register has dropped a number of times. Would you be able to just go back and click the times it's dropped and pull up this information and see how fast can you find out if it's wavering back and forth?
So
pretty quickly.
there you go.
What a layup.
Yes, like as you were speaking, you saw that I was like changing and it was loading. So, and the other thing that I want to bring to your attention is we not just give you like what the client is, but we give you what the problem is. We've said like the failed connection to SSID to this access point is because the DHCP server is not responding. So if you click on this, we tell you it's because the DHCP lease is unavailable. So you can now go into the respective page and fix this issue, right? So we're not telling you like how it's connected, not just now, but previously. We tell you what was the issue that it ran into as well, and how can you resolve this. What we want to do eventually is like add tools such as like packet captures over here, which is, intelligent packet capture is another capability. So we're going to be adding that to kind of like give you analysis. So if you want to be a little bit more like, hey, I want to get like packet level analysis, we could be able to do that as well. So having said that, the other thing that I want to quickly highlight is obviously with root cause analysis, there are frameworks that are built which kind of like talks about which goes into the depth of all the knowledge base articles and all the best practices and the configuration and tells you exactly how what the causation is and how you can resolve it. So that is the root cause analysis. So we've built frameworks that goes across your network devices and your configurations and tells you exactly what you need to do. That framework is what we're using to empower like the causation and the resolution as well across these platforms, right? So we're embedding that into the framework, into the respective platforms and experiences. And the other one is alert profile. Now, a lot of our customers have different SLAs, have different thresholds. So they will be able to kind of like, configure these thresholds that kind of matches their organization SLAs and get alerted. So they're not being like, there's no like alert fatigue happening.
So do your alert profiles also manage the alerts that come from your MT sensors and whatnot? Is it one framework for all Meraki devices?
Yes, one framework for all Meraki devices.
Including like vape alerts and like all the high temperature alerts and power alerts, all of that stuff.
All of that. So right now we obviously have like the networking stack. We'll obviously get the IoT stack in as well very quickly.
Okay, so it's okay.
It's yet to come, but the framework can be used for that as well. So it's yet to come. Okay, so very quickly, what I want to end with is like we have a lot of the intelligence baked into the platform. What we want to do is we want to give our customers a way to kind of interact with this intelligent tool as well, which is our AI assistant. Now, what you saw, like we could use the dashboard and you saw how quickly you could also resolve and get to the resolution state and the remediation state too. The identification state and the remediation state. The AI assistant will make it even faster for you. So I quickly want to show like a video. Like if you saw, this was where we were at, where it showed you like the problem. Now, if the same experience was something that you had to use AI assistant, you could quickly ask, hey, can you troubleshoot my front register, which is having a problem? What happened to this client an hour ago? It pulls up all the issues. It tells you DHCP authentication. You can click on troubleshoot on one of these problems. It tells you exactly like the DHCP lease is not available. Then you can click on view suggested actions. And then it brings up like the list of next steps that you can take. But if there's like targeted next steps that we have added to our RCA framework, it brings that up as well. So really within few seconds, no matter which page you're in, you can now interact with the AI tool. And all of these workflows that we've baked in will be a part of the AI assistant tool as well. So that is something that we've made available. And AI assistant is again a slow rollout as well that will be available to all our customers very soon. So with that, I think I'm up on my time and I really appreciate all of you listening to me and hopefully you'll have enjoyed the session.
Thank you.